Home for football action on a Friday night. The Sully Chargers' first road game of the season, taking on the Cougars. Morris, a team who won big in their opening game last weekend.
Yeah, against Cologne last week, big win. That's what you want as a young team or any team really is a big win. First game of the year, good showing.
And also, we were talking about this beforehand. We were doing setup and just talking to some people in the stands here too, and just getting that first game out of the way, and in the interview with I think both coaches, both Mike Seaburn for the Cougars and also Tom Moore the Chargers, they talk about getting that first game out of the way just to kind of gauge where their team is at and what to work on.
Yep, that first game is very revealing of any issues that practice doesn't always tell you.
No, very true. Yeah, and I think we'll see how this week of practice for both teams has shook out. We'll hear from both of the coaches, hear what they had to say. We're kind of keeping an eye on the radar, at least right now. Anyway, they're saying it looks like we're in the clear, which is a lot different looking than back in the capital city in Pier area right now.
Yeah, they're getting a little wet there in the capital.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to a guy who farms for a living, and I know you won't curse the rain.
No.
Take as much as you can get here, and we've got. But right now, it looks like a fast track here for an interesting game tonight as the Sully Chargers take on the Burke Cougars. We'll hear from the head coach of Burke. That's Mike Seaburn coming up in 2 minutes. You're listening to Charger Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com pregame show made possible by Bankwest Oneida. Bankwest, convenient, connected, committed.
As community bankers, Bankwest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bankwest.
You can talk.
We'll be your financial partner for the long haul.
Something.
Okay. You can come up. Okay.
Success. Bankwest.
Test.
Connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Teamwork is important to Barber Chemical in Oneida. With a full-time agronomist, sprayers, and licensed applicators, they have the team to get the job done. Their fully stocked warehouse will always have the latest products and technology available. Service, quality, and efficiency. That's the game plan at Barber Chemical. See Barber Chemical for your soil and tissue sampling needs. Good luck, Chargers, from your teammates at Barber Chemical in Oneida.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
AGE Corporation's contractors and crane service are proud supporters of Sully Butte Sports. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That number again, 223-2732. AGE, proud to support local sports. As we continue our pregame show here, now kickoff is just moments away as the Sully Butte Chargers' first road game of the season as they are traveling to Burke to take on the Cougars. Joining me now as head coach of Burke is Mike Seaburn. Coach, you had a fantastic start to your season last week with a nice big shutout win against Cologne. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I thought we did a nice job kind of putting things together early on, got out. I think we ran the kickoff back and then, did some good things in all facets, I guess. It was kind of nice to see. We're pretty young. Cologne is kind of in a transition phase right now, and they're kind of lacking some numbers. So all things considered, everybody got to play, and I thought, at times we did pretty well on execution. There's plenty of mistakes that we need to correct, but it was fun to see all the kids get in there.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that first game out of the way. And in some ways, Coach, did it look like a first game? Was it obviously you're working on things, and you've been working on things in practice this week that you want to get better at?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's just, they always say it's never as good as it looks. It's never as bad as it looks, and that's really what was going on. I mean, the kids, and we just you have to look at it that way when you're playing the season, is that there's a lot of footwork things and things that can be corrected, but it's going to take some concentration, and it's going to take, we're going to have to work at it mentally to improve.
Okay, and again, talking with head coach Mike Seaburn of the Burke Cougars as they get ready to face off against the Chargers. One of the things I was looking at here, Coach, as far as your roster is concerned, you do have a lot of youth, but you do have a few seniors smattered in there. What have your older players meant to you?
Yeah, we've got, like I said, we have two. We had a third that didn't come out this year, but Jader Schennebaum and John DeLong have been with us since they've been freshmen and have played, I know Schennebaum's played 4 years. Not sure if he started all 4 of them, but John has started at least 3. So, yeah, they've been mainstays on our program, and they're called on to lead the team and do some of those things, and so yeah, they're a big part of what we try to get accomplished on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, and it's nice to have those veteran players to show the younger guys what it takes to play on the varsity level, because that's a whole nother step up for them. And you're getting ready to take on the Sully Chargers, who also had a shutout victory last week. I mean, you saw them last year, Coach, and you saw them early on, and you kind of know what to expect. They're a different-looking team too, but obviously they're returning some good key parts.
Yeah, the Whitler kid, obviously, if you're a Joe Robbie winner, you are a very gifted, high-level athlete, kid that in space, he can throw off both feet, off balance, off, he doesn't have to be off platform, I guess, if you will. And, he's got some capable receivers. They've got a bruiser at running back. Again, they have some nice linemen, and they've got some young guys mixed in there, but they're not your normal run-of-the-mill freshmen out there that, deer in the headlights kind of freshmen. These kids are going to be good football players, and they're able to go out there and hold their own. So, yeah, I was impressed watching them on film.
Yeah, as you get ready to go into tonight's contest, Mike, is there anything that your team is focused on this week that you want to try to get better at that could be keys to your game tonight?
You have to be consistent in your approach, and where you get in trouble is these mistakes, an offsides, or it's an illegal procedure, or a drop pass, and our room for error is razor thin, and so we know we have to execute at a high level. It's going to take a great effort, and so I just think it's consistency. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for our linemen to take a step forward and from game one and be consistent in the way they step and execute. Be able to recognize where the front is and where the guys are at, where the backers are, and just with some of those young guys in there, just take that next step. But we're going to look for consistency, and we're going to see if we keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and hopefully we don't.
Okay, well, kickoff here coming up in a little bit, game 2 of the season for both the Cougars and the Chargers. Coach, I appreciate the time. Thanks so much, and good luck tonight.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you covering us.
Anytime. Appreciate that. That's Mike Seaburn, head coach of the Burke Cougars, and our pregame show continues with more to this on Country 95.3 pregame show made possible by Bank West Oneida. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed.
At 83 Ag Sales, we specialize in precision planting to help you create a growing environment that will maximize your efficiency and crop yields. We're committed to helping you improve your planting and production with the best technology available. located in Oneida, 83 Ag Sales, here to make the most of your growing season. Call us at 605-222-5385. We can help you choose the right components for your equipment and your operation.
Before or after the game, get together with friends at the Blue Goose in Oneida. The Blue Goose has a relaxing atmosphere, and it's a great place to talk about the game. Not only that, but you can see info and pictures of past teams and players. It's history with the focus on the future. Be sure to kick back with friends and coworkers at the one spot that has it all. The Blue Goose in downtown Oneida, proud to be a supporter of Sully Butte sports.
At Ringneck Energy, our mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of our investor partners, and provides a safe, rewarding work environment. Ringneck Energy, located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida. Call 605-945-6900 and check out our website, www.ringneckenergy.com. Ringneck Energy in Oneida, creating economic opportunities in our community.
As we continue now, game 2 early on in the season for the Sully Butte Charger football team. They are on the road, long bus trip down to Burke to take on the Cougars. Joining me now is head coach of the Chargers, Tom Moore. Coach, last week you had the opportunity to see your team in action for the first time, and I know that it was the first game. Obviously, you came away with the win, 36-0. There were things to like, but I'm sure there are things you were addressing this week as well.
Yeah, for sure. And we kind of knew that going in. The big thing we asked the boys, just play hard and do what you can get done and just play 100%. We knew there's going to be some mental errors and some things that are going to be shored up. So we had a good week of practice. So hopefully we've cleaned a few of those things up so we can be a little bit more efficient in a few places this week.
Okay, and with that, I mean, with the team that you faced, obviously, that first game always an unknown commodity, but you didn't really deviate a lot in your game plan, Coach. Is it too early? Are things still being installed?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to definitely evolve off of what we did last week. A lot of new faces, a lot of new players in some spots. So we had to get after it. Kind of a two weeks of practice, and playing a team you're not sure with new coaches and whatnot. So you're practicing a bunch of different things. So. This week, we're able to make a little bit better game plan and kind of adjust a few things based on how Burke does things. So I'm excited to see how the boys come out after this week's practice and play tonight.
Burke is the team last year. I remember you telling me beforehand because you saw it all the way back when you were playing, and you had a chance to kind of get an idea of what Coach Mike Seaburn does. That's the team that does not give you a look until they're ready to snap the ball on offense, and then on defense, there seems like there's constant movement that you have to adjust to.
Yeah, for sure. Offensively, they have a different huddle format, and then they get set and they snap it pretty quickly. So don't give you a lot of time to make adjustments. But as a defensive guy, it's just we practiced some reps and got after it, and you just kind of get to play football. You don't have to have a bunch of blitzes, a bunch of this. You just got to be in the right spots, be in the right gaps to take care of things. And then defensively, they swarm the football very well. They fill the box up, play a tight safety a lot. So they make running the ball challenging. Last year, being the second game of the year and first time playing them in a long time, this was different preparation for it. So we know a little bit based on playing them last year that some things that we want to do different after last year. So we'll see if we can make a couple different changes to help us out on the game tonight.
Yeah, and on that, you came away with a nice win, 36-0. They rolled to a 55-0 victory over Colombe, and Coach Seaburn was mentioning that Colombe is going through some like restaffing and going through some issues. So he said he doesn't put a lot of stock in that victory. He was happy to get the victory, but nonetheless, both teams going 1-0 into this game. For you and for him. So you both have tape to see now. You had mentioned to me a little bit earlier here, Tom, in our conversation that more things are going to be installed. So are we going to see a different kind of team here tonight with the Chargers and with the Cougars?
We'll be similar to what we were last week, but we added in a few different wrinkles. We just mean, weekly, again, with all these young guys, we just got to keep evolving. We can't put too much on their plate right away. I think we did that the first couple days of practice, just to start camp. And then we had to tone it back to kind of get good at some little things, and then every week add a different, variation to what we have going on. So we'll do a couple different things than what we did last week. That'll be getting Wes to be mobile and him making adjustments, making calls, and letting him be able to throw the ball. That's going to be a big part of our offense no matter what. But, one thing I challenged Mr. White too, Coach White too, this last week is, we got Caden in the backfield. We got to kind of try to find a way to showcase him a little bit more and make him be able to be a punishing back like he is. It's pretty rare to have a 200-pound running back that can do what he does. So it was hard last week because everything was new, but I'm excited to see if we're going to be able to make an adjustment in our run game so we can run the ball a little bit more than we did last week, or be a little more physical. But we have to be physical up front, and we weren't very physical last week. So hopefully our week of practice and pushing and challenging her up front, because Burke's going to have some big dudes up front that are going to have to – those guys are mass movers, so we're going to have to be on our game to get in the right spots for it.
Yeah. I was looking at their lineup, and they do have size, that's for sure, and they also have some experience in key areas there too. But you also, to your credit, you were able to to rely on some of your players from last year. In particular, Wes Whitler under center. Well, okay, he never went under center. He's back in shotgun, but I mean, he did what he does. I mean, he had a phenomenal game. And you mentioned Caden, Gavin Colson outside, and a couple other players. But I want to go back to your young players. Did you said you wanted them to be more physical? How did you like that first step that your younger players took in their new roles on varsity?
Yeah, some of them made a great jump. Some of them, I in my mind, kind of knew they were going to be able to take the jump that they did right away and be able to play. Just kind of thinking of my young linebackers, they did a nice job for not playing in varsity roles. They were able to make their reads. That was one bonus of them being on the scout team all last year, is I got to stand with them on the defensive scout side while they did offensive stuff, prepping for each week. So I got to coach them every single scout series that we did. So that was a bonus for them. But just a couple other spots, it was nice for them. They never really got to watch themselves in film. They've been talked to, they've been coached up, but it's a whole different thing when I get to watch me play 40, 50 reps on film, and now I can say, now there's some light bulbs that go off. So, and some of them definitely adjusted their play this week based on, now I understand I got to get my hat in this spot. If I get my hat here, my hips come to this area, and just those little things. So hopefully we're evolving each week and getting better and better, skill-wise, and be more technically sound each week is our goal as coaches with them.
Yeah, technically, and getting better and better each week, and not trying to single anybody out or anything here, Coach, but that also includes catching that ball. It seemed like there were a lot of drops. There were a lot of drops in what looked like good passes.
Yeah. That's just, but again, that's just going to come with being in the situation of those things. I think we had at least 3 easy fourth down conversions. I know 2 of them were bounced off their shoulder pads right in their chest, and that would have been easy first downs, and it killed the drive. So, but I mean, those things unfortunately, they have to happen to now. Well, I got to get better. I mean, now my drill during the week is going to be more focused because, hey, in front of our big crowd and whatnot, people saw that. People talk about it. So these guys are competitors. We've had, like I said, we've had a good week, and these guys are competitive kids. So they're going to want to make that catch this week the best that they can. So I don't see as many drops as we had last week in some key times of downs. So I'm excited to see how they flip the switch on that.
Yeah. The next test comes up. And by the way, before we close, this is the last game before your bye. You get fortunately or unfortunately, as it were, you get an early bye week coming up here. I mean, I know you got the game first and foremost, but having an early bye like this, do you consider that an advantage or disadvantage or either way?
Yeah, no, like last year, I didn't really like it with an experienced team. You'd like it to get it like the 4th, 5th, 6th week, so that way if you can bumps and bruises. But this year with a young team, this ain't a bad time to have it. I'd rather have it in the middle end, but with a young team, we get a whole nother week.
Sully Buttes wins toss, defers.
Yep.
Burke will be defending the north end zone.
Changes, and we're actually playing. Hogan's playing. I know they're playing a JV schedule. We got a JV game with them on Thursday, so some of these guys are getting that are playing one way are going to get some reps next Thursday as well. So they'll have a game next Thursday afternoon in Oneida, so it'll be good for them.
Hey, come on up, watch that game. But tonight, get ready to go as the Chargers kick off against the Burke Cougars. Coach, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much, and good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for covering, DJ.
Anytime. Appreciate that. Tom Moore, head coach of the Sully View Chargers. Our pregame show continues with more after this on 95.3. Pregame show made possible by Bankwest Convenient Connected.
Cooper Fogenhagen set to kick off for the Chargers here. Back for the Cougars, Mason Hausman and Elijah Burley.
And kickoff is just underway here as the ball skitters through the legs. The Burke Cougars, Chargers deferred to the second half. They won the toss. And number 17, that is Mason Hausman, got the ball back and picked it up. And they're going to start 1st and 10 on their 17-yard line. Last week, the Cougars ran their opening kickoff back. What did you think about the? Yeah, you were talking about the opening kick, Mo.
Yeah, I was predicting a little bit of a maybe not kicking it to the returners after a good showing last week, and they kicked it right to him, went between his legs. So
1st and 10 for the Cougars now. They come up to the 17 under center, and there's going to be a flag. There's going to be motion. See some motion, false start on the offense, and it is. Let's see, we've got number 17 who was just out there. That was Mason Hausman at the one tight end, and then Jalen Liddy at the other tight end. Hausman, a 6'1", 160-pound freshman. And then the other tight end is Jackson Liddy, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. Center is Lincoln Jones, a 6'1", 250-pound junior. Andy Simpson, a guard, 6', 265-pound freshman. And Hudson Fuhrer, the other guard, 5'7", 180-pound junior. 1st and 15 now. They're going to hand off, going to try the right side. Chargers do a good job of plugging that up. And they take it down for maybe a loss of... they take a loss of 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 16 now for the Burke Cougars. And that was that the front line on that one, Morris?
That was Caden Westergren on the defensive end position there.
Yep. Yeah. And Weinheimer had a good week last week on the offensive line, or on the defensive line rather.
Yeah.
Zach Weinheimer as now 2nd and 16, fake the pitch back. They're going to try the right side. Chargers do a good job plugging that one up. Cooper Falkenhagen along with number 80 for the Chargers. Weinheimer again in on the stop, and no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 16 for the Cougars here. Now just underway, 10:58 to play, first quarter. No score in the game. Cougars their first touch offensively. Chargers deferred to the second half. And good to have you on board here as the Cougars spread them out. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Back in the shotgun is junior quarterback Eli Bartling. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to take off. We got a flag in the backfield, and he's going to fall forward and get down on the side. He'll get up to the original line of scrimmage, chase down from behind, but we do have a flag on the play. And we'll see. Does that look like in the holding territory? Morris?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Okay. So they'll march them back, and this is not the way Coach Seabird wanted to start this game tonight. But for the Chargers, offensively, they'll refuse the penalty. 4th and 10. So he picked up 6 yards on the carry. That was a quarterback Bartling. So it'll be 4th down and 9 for the Cougars as they're going to get ready to punt. Or at least look like they're going to get ready to punt, as I believe it's Jader Schoenbaum who does the punting for the Cougars, number 24. Indeed, it is Jader Schoenbaum, as he awaits the snap. Good snap, gets it kicked away. Good high kick. Colson is back deep, and he'll get taken down right away on the play. And good tackle on the play right on the spot there. Number 11 is Bartling, Eli Bartling, the quarterback for the Cougars. And Chargers will start over 1st and 10. Their first touch offensively tonight, they'll start on the Cougar 41-yard line.
Yeah, favorable field position here for the Chargers, DT.
Yeah. Yeah, starting over in Cougar territory on the 41, 1st and 10. As the Whittler back in the shotgun, 2 receivers wide to the left. That's the wide side. In motion is Westergren out of the backfield. He'll take the pass out, and he tripped. He kind of tripped himself up there as he was trying to split a couple of defenders. But good containment by the Burke defense to knock it down. But picked up. They're only going to give him one on the play. And since it was a lateral, that's considered just a handoff, right?
Yep.
Okay. As the Chargers, let's see what they come out with here now. As it looks like it will be Colson wide to the right, and Jet Yackley wide to the left for the Chargers. Whittler in the shotgun. Behind him is Westergren. Awaits the snap here on 2nd down and 9. Chargers from the Burke 40-yard line. Whittler calls out as he awaits the snap. Awaits it, gets it, and then a pitch back. It's going to go to Westergren, trying on the right side. Turns it up the field, and he'll get it across the 40 to about the 36-yard line, and that'll be about a 4-yard pickup. And it will be now 3rd down and 5 for the Chargers. And the ball is at the Burke 36-yard line.
Yeah, Chargers are really trying to spread this Burke defense out. They're really big up front, and got a good pair of 200-pound linebackers back there too.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. They're good size. They've got Chargers have 2 receivers wide to the right. They have Barber and Yackley over on the left side here, and Colson on the right. And the pass over the middle, wide open. Catch made. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sully Buttes Chargers. Number 9. That was Tucker Gruis as he made the catch. That release at the line, the tight end, and wide open down the field. 36 yards from Whittler to Gruis. 6-0 Sully Buttes at 8:46 of the first quarter.
Yep. Just releasing that tight end pop pass, kind of looking at him down the field on a fly. You gotta test those linebackers to make sure they're actually covering. Keep them honest.
Yeah, and we've seen that thing work for them. We've seen that thing work for him last year pretty well, And he had that free open release, and away he went down the field here as the Chargers line up for the 2-point conversion with Yackley wide to the left, Colson wide to the right. Westergren behind senior quarterback Whittler. He gets him in motion to the left side. He throws it over on the left side. Catch me. Oh, wow. A nice spin around catch by Colson for the 2 points. And the Chargers complete the conversion to make it 8-0 Sully Buttes at 8:46 of the first quarter. You're listening to Charger Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 60 seconds.
Hometown shopping at its best. Don's Food Center has what you want and where you need it most. Right in Oneida. Enjoy a great selection of groceries, fresh meat and produce, friendly service, and more. Get all your snacks for the big game at Don's Food Center. Don's Food Center is a proud supporter of Sully Buttes Athletics and wish the Chargers good luck in today's game. Don's Food Center, where parking is convenient, shopping is easy, and your time is priority.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. DT Meyer along with John, with Morris Hofer. I was just checking out John Winkler's game. The Pure Governors, they're in a delay until maybe 8 to 8:30 now is what they're saying.
Wow.
For Pierre and Aberdeen, and as they've got their season opener tonight. But man, they've been getting deluged there back home, back in central South Dakota. Chargers getting ready to kick it away once again. Deep is let's see, I think we got Bartling and Hausman back deep for the Cougars as they await the kick from Cooper Falkenhagen as it's teed up at the 40-yard line. And end over end, and it picked up at about the 20 as Nice coverage down the field.
Very good tackle.
You got to point that guy out, man. Who is that? Is that number?
Looked like Carson Miles. Number 4.
Number 4, Carson Miles. Nice tackle, Daddy-O. Way to get down the field. That was good. That was a good start. And that's a good start on the for the kickoff team here, and they keep them shy of the 29. It looks like the 20, right at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars now. Their second touch offensively. And they give you that different look here, and it's always kind of unsettling for a defense and an offense, isn't it?
Yeah, they kind of sprint up to the line all quick like, and as a defense that can make things difficult to adjust to sometimes.
2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left. They get right out into it. Bartling back in the shotgun, handoff on 1st down, and nice tackle, open field tackle, Brenton Barber, as he makes a tackle and stop on the play. He's going to lose 4 yards on the carry. That was, I believe, number 24. That was Schoenbaum, and it will be 2nd down, and we have a officials timeout here.
Looks like Brenton Barber might have gotten a little rattled from that tackle he just made.
Okay, yeah. So he's on the side here. He's just if he just had I don't know if it's like he's like favoring like his right leg or right ankle or something there, and they're going to help him off as the officials will get that out of here. Brenton, a freshman getting in the starting role, so it's an important that's an important spot to fill for the Chargers here now, as he'll go off to the sidelines, and hopefully we'll be able to see him back out onto the field as the Chargers await here. Now 2nd down and 14 for the Cougars. They call time back as the Cougars come to the line. Chargers line up 2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left, as Bartling back in the shotgun. Man in motion from the right side. Snap and fakes the handoff. Pass over the middle and through just behind. The intended receiver was the number 24 Schoenbaum. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 14 for the Cougars. And it was just kind of a timing thing. So much motion and so much activity going on there.
Yeah, they're moving around out there. I don't think that was Bartling. I think that was the 8th grade quarterback, Brody Indall.
Okay. Okay. Or is that Trenton? Okay, let's take a look here and see what we've got as the Cougars now they get into formation. That's number 11. That is Bartling. As he'll hand off here, kind of an option in the backfield. Fumble, is it? Down on the play that quick. Wow. Chargers do a good job reacting to that. So it'll be a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down and 16 now for Burke as the ball's back on their 28-yard line.
Yeah, Western really got off the line there and threw, I think, 2 offensive blockers there and kind of just blew that play right up.
Yeah. Last time, Burke did a nice job. Bartling on the far side got down the field and tackled Colson as soon as he caught the ball. As Schoenbaum gets ready to kick it away. Good kick. Kicks it over to the far sidelines, and it goes out of bounds. So no chance for a return, but it bounces out at the Burke 48-yard line. Sully Buttes will start over 1st and 10 at the 48. As 7:26 to go here in the first quarter, 8-0 our score. Sully Buttes with the lead. This will be their 2nd touch offensively. And it'll be interesting to see who they have put out there for number 14. And see if Brenton Barber, he got kind of a ding. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one back in 60. You're listening to Sully Butte Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in a minute.
Terry and Peggy Barber and family with Brett's Spray Service in Pierre, Oneida would like to wish the Sully Butte Chargers good luck with tonight's game and all season long. Call Brett's Spray Service today at 258-2743 for all your aerial application and retail chemical sales needs. The Barbers would like to remind you what Henry Ford once said, that when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
Venture Communications provides blazing fast speeds for affordable internet services. Streaming has never been so easy as it is with these super fast speeds. Don't want to leave the house to mail in that pesky bill? That's okay. Venture Communications allows you to pay your bill online or with an e-bill mobile app. They have local support to help with all of your needs. Contact Venture Communications at 605-852-2224 or visit our website at venturecom.net.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. D.T. Meyer along with you, along with Morris Hofer here from Burke. The Sully Butte Chargers taking on the Burke Cougars here. Second game of the season. Both teams coming in at 1-0 on the year. The Chargers hooked up on a nice tight end pass from Whitler to Gruce and it put it in from 36 yards out. 2-point conversion as Chargers come up to the line for the second time offensively. And so Whitler back in Sully Butte's territory awaiting the snap. He's in the shotgun. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Whitler takes the snap, looks to his right, looks to his right, has a man out there, and wow. And there's, wow, okay.
Yeah, that was
wow, that's
pretty big push off there by the corner.
Yeah, that was. Wasn't he pushed? I thought he was he pushed out of bounds there?
Yeah, it looked like he either got pushed towards the sideline or out of bounds. Colson there on a double move there, but kind of got in front of his cornerback there. And
okay, regardless, 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers now from the Burke 48. Whitler takes the snap. He'll take off with it himself as he gets out across the timeline, and a late tackle from behind after he was down, but not called, and it is at about the 41-yard line, so a pickup of 7 on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Chargers now as the ball is at the Burke 41-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like there was some sort of miscommunication there in the backfield that Whitler just had to take it.
Take it and go. He's got the Westergren behind him. Receiver right is Colson. Wide left is Yackley. Whitler awaiting the snap here on 3rd down and 3 from the Burke 41. Awaiting. And gets the snap, looks for the pitch, gets it back to Westergren, takes it around. He's got enough for 1st down. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, and he steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line is where he will go down. And it'll be 1st and 10. It went from the 41 to the 20, so a 21-yard pickup by Westergren. So 1st and 10 for the Chargers. And, we've been kind of waiting on that for a little bit, Morris, about, trying to get that run game going here. Thought maybe they'd have to lean on that with maybe a wet field.
Yeah, and it turns out that rain didn't really stick around too long.
No.
But, Caden showing up here and being the bowling ball that he is right now.
Yeah, did that dump truck duty last week. 3 receivers wide to the left on 1st and 10. Chargers from the Burke 20-yard line. High snap, Whitler takes it down, looks to the middle of the field. Catch made, Jet Yackley! Touchdown, Sully Butte's Chargers! 20-yard strike from Whitler to Yackley at 6:22 of the first quarter to make the score 14-0, Sully Butte.
Really impressive catch there by Yackley, thrown kind of behind him on his back shoulder and able to flip his hips back to the ball and make it kind of a really acrobatic catch there.
Yeah, no question. That was at 6:22 of the first quarter as the Chargers line up for the conversion here now, leading 14-0. And they're kind of, I don't know if the Suns, it's on the west side there. I don't know if that's kind of bothering them or not. But Whitler takes a snap, throws it in the flat again. Catch made out there by Colson again. And it will be a 2-point conversion. Colson, and Chargers up 16-0. You're listening to Sully Butte Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 1 minute.
Sully Butte 16, Burke 0.
Remodeling a little or a lot, or replacing the old with the new, Oliver Construction in Oneida is reliable, honest, and affordable in helping you make your house the home you've always dreamed of. Large or small, inside or out, give Oliver Construction a call at 295-2289 for all of your home construction and remodeling needs. Oliver Construction, 295-2289.
Score big on your next vehicle purchase with Lamb Motor Company in Oneida and Gettysburg, Lamb Chevrolet and Implement in Oneida, and Lamb Auto Sales in Pierre. Check out their large selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at any one of their locations, or go online to lambmotor.com. That's LAMBMOTOR.com. Or give them a call today at 800-952-2222. Lamb Motor Company of Oneida and Gettysburg, Lamb Chevrolet and
Christina Span, Bella Durfeld, Renee Kluckman.
Okay, welcoming back DT Meyer along with Morris Hofer here. Next week, the Chargers are on a bye. Following that, man, they've got a murderer's row of opponents coming up here, Morris.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I was kind of taking a look at some of that, and I mean, after the break, they're going to start off with Hitchcock-Lair, always a solid club. So they have that. Following that, I believe it is going to be, then it'll be Gettysburg at home, at Faulkton, home against Faith, at Harriet against Harriet Selby, and Sunshine Bible Academy wraps up the regular season. So here, of course, they have more business to take care of here. They got a game in front of them and a lot of time left. They lead 16-0 over the Burke Cougars as Burke awaits the kickoff, and it goes to the up man for Burke, running his way up the middle, and he'll get a good field position for Burke. Now they bring it up to the 37-yard line, so 1st and 10 now for Burke on the Cougar 37-yard line. We were looking across there earlier. Brenton Barber was helped off the field. I mean, he just needed he was like favoring his right leg. He's off on the sidelines now. Not sure he's going to be back in. But they're taking a look at him and making sure everything's going to be okay. Cougars, in the meantime, haven't had a lot of success offensively. Let's see what they come up with here now on 1st and 10 from their own 37. They split 2 receivers wide to the right and a receiver slot right on that side. Bartling awaits the snap, and he rolls to his right. No, actually, it's not. That's a catch made down the field by number 17, and I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, was that 21? Was that Brody Indall that was throwing it to him? Yeah, Brody Indall that threw it to him. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars, and that's all the way up to the Charger 41-yard line. So a nice pass and completion, 37 to the 41. So 13 and 9. So 22-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for the Cougars, and their best field position so far here on the night.
Yeah, that was a really good layers concept that the Burke Cougars ran right there. Just stacking the secondary of the Chargers.
As they await the lineup here, they break into their position. Looks like that double wing formation now, 1st and 10. Handoff, they're going to try the right side, and Chargers plug up that middle. Pretty good. Weinheimer coming out of the bottom of that pile, along with number 4, Miles, and also number 9 for the Chargers there, Gruis. As it is now no gain on the carry, 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars.
A really dominant showing here by this Charger defensive line.
Yeah.
You'd love to see the run game get completely shut down like it has been tonight.
Yeah. Now let's see what the Cougars come up with here now as they get ready for their shift. They bring it to the line and double wing again, and in motion Bartling from the right side as he slips a tackle. He's got the ball ahead across the 40 to the 35-yard line. So about a 6-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Cougars from the Charger 35-yard line, and Bartling with the carry for Burke.
Yeah, Burke doing
so many people.
Some quarterback swapping around.
Yeah.
They're playing different positions. This double wing leads to a lot of different combinations of getting different players the ball.
3rd down, and actually it's going to be closer to 5 and on a double wing and drop back. It looks like the Burke quarterback has a catch made in a flat out on the far side by Bartling down to the 17-yard line. As they brought it all the way down from the 37 to the 17, another like a 20-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and 10 as the Chargers are going to take a timeout with 4:49 to go in the first quarter. Sully Beach leading 16-0 back in 60 seconds on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com.
Whitler Seed Farm, already known for high-quality certified seed wheat, and now they're your Beck Hybrids dealer. Jesse and Sherry Whitler and family are proud supporters of students and athletes of Sully Buttes and wish them all the best this season. Whitler Seed Farm is the industry leader in variety, selection, seed treatments, and their loading is second to none. Visit WhitlerSeedFarm.com or give Jesse a call at 605-280-0152. Your source for seed for every acre. Located in Agar and Oneida, Whitler Seed Farm, 605-280-0152.
Eric's Custom Repair supports Sully Butte Sports and its athletes. Eric's Custom Repair is your trusted mechanic located in Agar. Stop into the gas and convenience store to fuel up and fill up too. Eric's Custom Repair, located on Highway 83 in Agar. Call today to schedule an appointment. 605-258-2137. That's 605-258-2137 for Eric's Custom Repair of Agar. Go get him, Chargers. Welcome back, everybody. DT along with Morris Hofer here. A couple of passes down the field. They've had success picking on the Chargers secondary, Mo.
Yeah, this Chargers secondary is really struggling to keep track of their responsibilities right now, and Burke's doing a good job of running these kind of pretty advanced layers concepts right now, rubbing off different cornerbacks and finding that open man, really.
As they come out to the line here now, as they get ready for that shift, they're deep in Charger territory on the Sully Butte 17-yard line. 1st and 10 as they shift in wing right, split backfield, and we've got flags on the play. I don't know if we saw a flinch there, maybe a 5-yard. Maybe a 5-yard walk-off here. Then it will be a false start on the offense. So 1st and 15, back to about the 21-yard line. 22 make it.
Yeah, and that's just one of those early in the year mental mistakes right there.
Yeah. You know, young teams go through that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess old veterans do too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they hear about it on the sidelines later. It's at the 4:49 of the first quarter. Sully Butte 16, Burke nothing. But the Cougars here are in Charger territory on the Sully Butte's 22-yard line. 1st and 15 now. 2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left, and back in the shotgun. A man in motion from the left side, and throwing it down the middle of the field, and a catch made by Bartling, and it's inside the 5. 1st and goal for Burke on the 5-yard line as they get it from the 22 down to the 5-yard line. So a 17-yard strike, and that was let's see, who was that? Was that 24 that was passing? That was that Schoenbaum passing?
I think that was Endall.
Okay, Endall passing. So 1st and goal here for the Cougars now on the Charger 5-yard line, and finding success in the secondary.
Yep, they really are. These two quarterbacks just made a connection, quarterback to quarterback, right there.
Yep. As they split in now, watch Bartling, watch 11. He is wing left, and the fake. They're going to do a counter, and in for the touchdown, and touchdown for the Burke Cougars at 4:14 of the first quarter to make it 16-6 now. Sully Butte. And I was trying to see who it was that brought it across the line.
I didn't catch this quite right.
Okay, yeah.
Here is the swinging gate formation.
Okay, and as they swing it over here now, and they come up with they're going to come up with a kick, and put it down for the kick for the conversion, and is up and good for the 1-point conversion. At 4:14 of the first quarter, and all of a sudden it is now 16-7. So we'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Charger Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com.
Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
With over 40 years of experience, Lake and Out Construction Incorporated is your one-stop shop for grain handling on the farm or commercial. From repairs to complete new build projects, we've got the expertise to take on the toughest jobs. We're a proud authorized Sukup dealer ready to meet all your grain bin needs with quality products and dependable service. Call Todd today at 605-295-0011 for quality work backed by a crew you can trust. From Todd, Gary, Legina, and the entire Lake and Out Construction crew, good luck Chargers on a winning season.
And welcome back, everybody. D for the Chargers is Colson and number 30, Carson Mercer, as the Cougars have their first kickoff here of the night. Chargers deferred to the second half, but it's 16-7. And I think, Burke has shown some patience, and they've gone downfield here. And are they showing the Chargers' youth?
Yeah, maybe a little bit inexperienced, especially in the secondary.
Yep.
You know, they're targeting these young corners right now. They're not so much beating us straight down the middle, but this 8th grade quarterback, Brody Endall, is really, you know, throwing some dimes out there.
Got a nice arm, man.
Yeah.
He puts it right on the mark, and his receiver is Bartling, normally listed as the quarterback, Eli Bartling. As the Cougars get ready to kick it away, Schoenbaum does the kicking for Burke. He does the kicking and the punting. As the Chargers await the kickoff, let's see what transpires here. If they're going to try they'll kick it away. As Mercer will take it at about his 14 as he tries to get around the outside, splits it up the field, and gets taken down from behind at the 27, 28-yard line. Sully Butte starts 1st and 10 at their own 28. This is the furthest back that the Chargers have started so far in the game.
Yep, they've had pretty good field position up until now.
Yeah. So they've got the field. They've got 62 yards to go here now, as the Chargers. 72 yards to go here now as the Chargers line up 1st and 10. 2 receivers wide to the right as Whitler back in the shotgun. Behind him is Westergren. 3 receivers wide to the right for the Chargers. 1st and 10. Whitler now. Pitt goes back. He's got a man wide open. Catch made at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and dives into the 3-yard line, taken down from behind. That was number 10 on the play there. Easton Moore with the catch wide open downfield, and the Chargers getting down to the 1st and goal. They went from the 28 all the way down to, they look like it down to the 2-yard line. So 46 and 22, 68-yard completion. Wow.
Yeah,
that was Easton Moore's first catch.
Yeah, that was a heck of a debut there for the young receiver.
Yeah, Bartling ran him down, and it's a 1st and goal for the Chargers here now as they're trying to answer after Burke went down the field. And they took theirs 62 yards. 1st and goal for Sully Butte. Westergren in the backfield. Whitler looks to pass to the left. Catch made. Touchdown, Sully Butte's Chargers. That is Jet Yankley with the catch on the left side, and good for the touchdown to make it now 22-7. Sully Butte's at 3:53 of the first quarter.
Yeah, Burke's really struggling covering these just little out routes from our outside receivers right now, especially in this short yardage near the end zone.
And he's not really getting down the field.
No, it's just a short little 5-yard
just
out.
A flare
really.
out?
Yep.
Yeah. So the Chargers line up for the 2-point conversion as Whitler's directing traffic from the quarterback position, gets a man in motion from the left side over to the right. Whitler takes the snap, rolls, throws it, and catch. They make that catch? He made the catch. I got to see who that was. Wow. 2-point conversion on the play. Can you see who that is? Tucker Gruis. Yep. There he goes, man. That's his. He's got a touchdown and a TD. So a touchdown and a conversion. It's now Sully Butte's 24 and Burke 7. Back in 60. You're listening to Charger Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical wishes good luck to the Sully Butte Chargers. Growers, call Ken or Jack for all of your planting and harvesting solutions at 258-2708. That's 258-2708. Barber Farm Services and Barber Chemical, located under the White Water Tower, 2 miles south of Oneida. They know that hard work does pay off. Go Sully Butte Chargers! From all of us at Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemical.
All right, we're at the field in Burke. D.T. Meyer along with Morris Hofer here, and you. We're glad to have you on board for it here. The score is 24-7. Sully Butte's at 3:53 of the first quarter. The way they're going up and down this field, Morris, it looks more like they're using the track that surrounds the field here. I mean, it's just a fast break up and down, back and forth affair.
Yeah, this is fun to watch. You know, a lot of air raid offense right now, and
the defensive coordinators ain't liking this.
Yeah, the defense coordinators maybe are sweating a little bit, like maybe get a stop here, but yeah, you know, good showing from both offenses.
Cougars have shown they are up to the challenge here tonight. Chargers getting ready to kick it off as Cooper Falkenhagen gets ready for the kick, gets his players to break the formation, and the kick on the way, and catch made. Oh, and an onside, and the Chargers recover. The Chargers recovered. I believe, yeah, they got it. So Chargers get a 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. It seemed like it was up in the air forever.
Yeah, that took a very lucky bounce right over a Cougar.
And the Chargers made the recovery. 1st and 10 as Sully Buttes gets the ball, 1st and 10. That's on the Cougar 40-yard line. So onside kick, Chargers get it back, and they want to get on the scoreboard again. They lead 24-7, 3:52 to go in the first quarter. As Whitler back in the shotgun. Receiver left is Yackley. Receiver right is Colson. Behind is Westergren in the backfield. Handoff to Westergren, trying the middle of the field. Breaks the tackle. Pushes a blocker out of the way and drives it down the field. Good enough for 1st down and more. Gets it across the 30. Down, finally going to stop at the 25-yard line. So a pickup of 15 on the carry. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. And that's kind of what the Chargers... offense, what he would like to see.
They wanted to lean on some more run game, and you know the Burke front line there kind of got a little too far upfield and out of their gaps, and that opened up a big running lane for Westergren right there.
Receivers wide right and left. Whitler back in the shotgun. The senior quarterback calls out the play as he awaits the snap. And gets it, and handoff. They're going to give it to Westergren again. He's trying on the right side, turns it up the field, slips a tackle, 10-5, touchdown, Sully Buttes Chargers. 20-yard run by Caden Westergren at 3:09 of the first quarter to make it 30-7, Sully Buttes.
Yeah, just another big gaping hole there for Westergren to run through, and then he just polishes it off by running over a Burke safety. Yeah. And, the Charger run game is just as strong as the pass game, and that's why we're seeing, wide open receivers. These linebackers are coming up, trying to defend the run, and they have to because Westergren's a big back, and,
Man, once he gets his shoulder squared and starts heading upfield.
Oh, yeah, you can lower that shoulder, and you better be lower or you're going over.
Yep. So the Chargers line up for the 2-point conversion, leading 30-7 as in the backfield is Westergren. And okay. Wow, 2-point conversion, good as was it Westergren running around the right side?
Yeah,
there you go.
Just, a little option pitch to Westergren off to the right side. And, enough room.
It's 32-7. Sully Buttes back in 60. You're listening to Sully Buttes Sports on Country 95.3. Yes, it's still the first quarter. Back in a minute.
Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net.
The Corner in Oneida reminds you they're open after the game for your snack and beverage needs. From hot stuffed pizzas and roasted chicken to wraps, salads, burgers, and much more. They also carry a large variety of beverages to quench your thirst. The Corner in Oneida has it all, and you'll find plenty of specials throughout the store. Remember, the Corner is open for your convenience after the game. Call ahead for orders. Bus is always welcome. The Corner in Oneida.
No adjustment up front.
Okay, we are back. Welcome back, anybody. Welcome back, everybody. Can you zoom in to just people running around? They want you to zoom in more.
Boy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Let's see if my camera skills are as
colorman and cinematographer Morris Holfer gets ready. Chargers kick it away. Go over to the right side. It skips down. Yeah, good kick as it gets on. They have to go all the way back to the 10, and that's Bartling who picks it up, and that could be bad. And he's trouble in the open field. He'll get taken down, dragged from behind, gets taken down shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be first and 10. Great kick, but Bartling is really elusive, man. He made the most out of it that he could. First and 10 now for the Cougars as they'll mark the ball at the. They're going to go 25? Yeah, 25-yard line. First and 10 here now for Burke as they get a chance to touch it here again. And they showed last time, Morris, the last time they took it right down the field from their own 37.
Yeah, but Burke really liked this, throwing it last time, and now they got two quarterbacks swapping responsibilities. Let's see if they do it again here.
They got three receivers wide. They got three receivers to the right, and we got a flag on the play. False start offense. Broke it across the line a little quick, so first and 15, and it looks like they had was it Imsdahl getting ready to throw again. He had three receivers on that side. It looked like one of the outside men moved. Took off maybe a little bit early.
Yeah, just or he might have even been lined up wrong. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that could be. Okay,
maybe
because they broke out to that really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then aren't you supposed to signal the side judge?
Yep. You're supposed to check with the side judge if you're on or off the line of scrimmage, and that can get complicated sometimes too.
Okay, two receivers wide to the right, two wide to the left, way wide to the left, as it is Bartling with the snap as he gives it off, and good tackle on the play there, coming up out of that pile. Number 16 for the Chargers, that is Jace Heath with a good stop, and it'll be second and 15. No gain on the play. Actually, give him a yard. Second and 14 here now for Burke on that play. They did a quick handoff, spread everybody out. Chargers like doing that too, Mo.
Yeah. They really just want to speed up this defense and increase confusion among these young linebackers and defensive linemen. And right now, the Charger box is really performing well.
Second and 14 for the Cougars as they send three receivers wide to the left, one wide right. Back in the shotgun now. That is the young quarterback, and he's going to get taken down. That's Caden Westergren for the sack, throwing all the way back to the 16-yard line, a 5-yard loss. It'll be third down and 20 now for the Cougars back at their own 16-yard line. Good rush by the defensive end, Caden Westergren, who's having a pretty good game.
Yeah, he's really showing his presence there. I think he's at nose tackle right now, and Imsdahl had no time to get rid of that. He kind of just had to take that sack and, live to the next down.
Yeah, and now they got Weinheimer. That's right. He's out on defensive end here now, along with number 28. That is A.J. Oliver on the left tackle side. And left defensive end side as two receivers wide to the right, two wide left as Bartling takes a step, looks to his left, throws it over, catch intercepted on the play, going back in for 15, 10, 5, touchdown Sully Butte Chargers. That would be Carson Miles for the interception and run back to make the score now 38-7 Sully Buttes.
Wow.
Was he playing the man or was he playing the ball?
He was kind of chasing after that man, and then the ball came out of Bartling's hand a little funny, and just made a good read and play on that ball, and then ran it in for 6.
Yeah, it was a 20-yard, about a 20-yarder out to make it 118 of the first quarter to make it 38-7. Now it's the Chargers line up for the 2-point conversion, and they get the plays and get everybody lined up, and receivers wide right and left as Whittler back in the shotgun, Westergren behind him. As he takes snap, throws it over the middle, catch made, 2-point conversion, good. As the end was wide open. That was Easton Moore with the catch. So 2-point conversion is good. 40-7. Sully Buttes with the lead. We're back for more. And there's still 1:18 left in the first quarter. You're listening to Charger Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com, back in 60.
on the go, secure access to your account balances, recent account activity, and check images, as well as the ability to transfer funds and make mobile deposits. Visit mysunrisebank.com today or download the mobile banking app. Sunrise Bank Dakota is a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes athletics and activities and wish the Chargers good luck in today's game. Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, member FDIC.
Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771.
Okay, we are back. Oh, by the way, the fan said thank you very much. That's perfect for the camera. Hey, be a good sport, whether at the field or in the gym. Good sportsmanship's a responsibility, whether you're at home or on the road. Show your respect for the players, the fans in the facility. Arrive alive. This message from the Sully County Sheriff's Office and Sully County Sheriff Bill Stahl. As we get ready to go, Cooper Falkenhagen ready to kick it away here yet again for the Chargers. Bartling is deep. It looks like number 5 back there. Lambley is back there to receive, and they'll boot it away and kind of a shake, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And the Cougars will take it first, or if they choose to accept, they'll start 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. We'll see. Maybe they'll make them re-kick.
They're making them re-kick.
Making them re-kick. Okay, so they're going to kick again as Falkenhagen lacing up his shoe, and so instead it'll be back from the 35-yard line. So the Cougars trying to get some field position here. Let's see how this works out for them.
Yeah, you don't really want to give this Cougar offense any more field position than you have to, and this kind of complicates things backing up the kick. And you'd like to keep that little pooch kick in bounds, especially when you're not trying to boot it all the way down the field. You got a little power, so
yeah. So they'll get ready to kick it away, and the Chargers break huddle and get out to their positions. As it is Bartling along with number 5, Lambley, deep as the ball goes back, picked up by one of the up men, and Kendrick getting around on the outside, and an open lane across the 50 and out of bounds there as Colson with the carry or with the tackle as number 24, Jader Schoenbaum, gets the Cougars excellent field position on the Charger 48-yard line, 1st and 10. So that did pay off, making them re-kick.
Yeah, progressively, Burke is getting better field position at the start of these drives. And, as a Charger offense and special teams, you want to slow their momentum a little bit, especially when, you're scoring so quick and, their offense is spending a lot of time out there. So they're getting a lot more reps and, your defense is getting worn down too.
And 1:11 still to go here in the first quarter. Chargers leading 40-7. 1st and 10. Bartling will hand it off, and still up back running it is number 5 Lambley as he gets it across the 45 to the 43-yard line. A 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars now from the Charger 43-yard line.
Yeah, real strong run, bouncing off of guys and spinning out of stuff.
And staying behind his blocks.
Yeah, that's true, yep.
Yeah, so 2nd down and 6, actually. It'll be from the Chargers 42, closer to the 42 here now as the Cougars get their positions. They come out in the double wing on 2nd down and 6, and a handoff to the up back and tackled right away down for the play. That is number 28 for the Chargers, A.J. Oliver. Nice job from his defensive end position. Contained, kept his place, and no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Cougars now from the Charger 43-yard line.
Yeah, these
gonna look for something aerial.
Yeah, I would think so here. 3rd down and sort of long, 3rd down medium. And it's really been the only reliable option to gain yards for Burke at this point. So,
And is that the end of the first quarter? That's the end of the first quarter, so they have a chance to talk it over here. We do too. We're going to be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Sully Butte Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 1 minute.
Before or after the game,
Get together with friends at the Blue Goose in Oneida. The Blue Goose has a relaxing atmosphere, and it's a great place to talk about the game. Not only that, but you can see info and pictures of past teams and players. It's history with the focus on the future. Be sure to kick back with friends and coworkers at the one spot that has it all. The Blue Goose in downtown Oneida. Proud to be a supporter of Sully Butte Sports.
At 83 Ag Sales, we specialize in precision planting to help you create a growing environment that will maximize your efficiency and crop yields. We're committed to helping you improve your planting and production with the best technology available. Located in Oneida, 83 Ag Sales, here to make the most of your growing season. Call us at 605-222-5385. We can help you choose the right components for your equipment and your operation.
We are back. Hi, DT along with you. We're just getting started with the second quarter. The score is Sully Butte 40 and Burke 7. But the Cougars now are looking at a 3rd down and 6 from the Charger 43-yard line. And they've had a chance to talk this play over here in a little bit. And they show so much different stuff. It's hard to anticipate what you might see. But you think you're thinking it's coming through the air.
Yeah, I'm more than willing to bet that it's going to be through the air at this point, 3rd and medium.
Yep.
Haven't had a whole lot of reliable yardage gained in the run game at this point.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. They like to shift in motion, and yeah, it looks like they're out here with a trip set.
Yep. And they got 3 right. And as Bartling, the quarterback, and this guy, his hand is on the ball either throwing, handing off, or receiving.
Yep.
This guy's been he's like a triple threat out there. So watch out for this young man, this junior.
They could also just clear out this backfield and then let Bartling kind of just slip his way for a 1st down too. I could see that happening as well.
Yeah. So here we go as we get started here into the second quarter. Chargers leading 40-7 as the Cougars send 2 receivers wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Bartling back in the shotgun as he awaits the snap, gets it, and gives the handoff as, wow, great open field tackle on the play there by Wesley Whitler as he gets it across from the 43 to about the 39. It's going to be shy. It's going to be short of 1st down, but in this area, you figure they're going to go for it, don't you?
Yeah, you'd think they'd go for it. They have shown that they
about a 4-yard pickup there.
Yep.
So. Yeah, so a 4th down and 2, we'll call it, from the Charger 39-yard line. And the Cougars getting ready to come up here and try to get a fresh set of downs here with 2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left. As Bartling back in the shotgun takes the snap, looks like he's going to take off himself, and he'll have enough for 1st down as he gets thrown. He'll get thrown down across the 38 to about the 37, 36-yard line. So they're going to mark it to the 35. So it's a 4-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars now on the Charger 35-yard line.
Yeah, Bartling just sitting behind those big 3 linemen up front and leaning and pushing for a 1st down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 as the Cougars once again on the drive in Charger territory. They trail 40-7 as the Cougars make a substitution here now on 1st and 10 as they bring it to the line and get ready for the shift. And send everybody out. Then it looks like a double wing formation as Bartling back in, as dropping back and getting a tackle. Whoa! Number 28 for the Chargers does the job once again. And A.J. Oliver from his defensive end position sacks the quarterback, number 21, Imdahl, back all the way back at the Cougar 30, make that to the 44-yard line. That's about a 10-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd down and 20 here for the Cougars now.
Yeah, big play from Oliver coming off the edge. Reading through that play action right into the quarterback's lap.
Yep.
That's really hard as a quarterback to escape or even realize when your back's turned trying to get the play fake off.
Yep, Bartling back in the shotgun here now. 2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left for the Burke Cougars, trailing 40-7. Takes the snap. No, that's Imdahl. Flows it in the flat. Picked off on the play and tackle taken down by the face mask. No face mask call on that? Wow. Okay, and Carson Miles calling his name a lot tonight. Intercepted, and the Chargers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's Carson's second interception.
Yeah.
He's really being a ball hawk tonight, stepping in front of receivers on these, pretty good thrown balls, and he's just making the right reads right now.
Yeah. And taking down the face mask at the end there, it was not called. I'm sure it was inadvertent, but nonetheless, it's the Chargers here now leading 40-7, 9:49 to play here in the first half. And let's see what Sully Buttes comes up with here now on 1st and 10 as Whitler in the shotgun. Receiver wide to the right, wide to the left. It's Yackley and Colson respectively as Whitler back in the shotgun now on first down. Awaits the snap. Gets a high snap. Gets it under control. Throws it down the field. Has Colson open. Oh, overshot him by about a yard, but he was wide open down the field, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that bad snap just put Whitler enough out of rhythm to just overthrow that ball a little bit to Colson being wide open down the sideline. That's a touchdown. If
the Burke defensive end was closing fast on him though.
Yeah,
but he did get that ball away.
Yep.
And stepped into it enough, but yeah, missed it by about a yard and a half. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers now. Incompletion stops the clock at 9:44 of the second quarter. Sully Buttes 40, Burke 7. As receiver, looks like it is Colson wide to the left. No, he's wide right, and I believe that is Yackley wide left. Handoff, they're going to give it over to, with it is Westergren breaking into the open, 40, at the 35, at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15. He gets taken down out of bounds, and taken down at the 16-yard line. So it takes it all the way down from the 45 all the way down to the 16. So let's see here, 34. So a 39-yard run by Caden Westergren, who started up the middle and just came up to the right side.
Yeah, he just put his shoulder down. I love Caden, what he's doing right now. He's waiting for those these DBs and linebackers to lower their shoulder, and he's just putting his hand on their shoulder pad and just drilling them into the ground with his arm.
Okay, so here we go. Receivers wide right and left. 1st and 10. Chargers once again knocking on the door. They're on the Cougar 16-yard line. Whitler back, takes the snap, looks to his left. Catch made out there by Yackley. As he slipped, now check that. That's Colson as he's fighting out of a tackle as he gets it across the 5, and he gets it inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Chargers as it went from the 16 all the way down to the 4-yard line. A 12-yard pickup. 1st and goal for Sully Buttes as it was Colson wide to the left that time, and he had just taken an in route.
Yeah, that was just a simple little 5-yard slant, and Colson, slips, looking real slippery there out of the arms of a Burke defender.
1st and goal for the Chargers on the Burke 4-yard line. Whitler in the shotgun. Receiver split wide right and left. Behind him is Miles, I believe, as he pass made in the flat. Sails it wide and incomplete. 2nd down and 2nd and goal for the Chargers from the Burke 4-yard line.
Yeah, Colson really well covered there.
Yeah.
Almost double teamed, and I wonder if that wasn't part of the reason that it got sailed over his head.
Yep. Yeah. That could be a good throwaway.
Yep.
Okay, Carson Miles was the back. This guy's all over the place here tonight.
Yeah.
As the Chargers come to the line here. Receivers wide right and left. Whitler in the shotgun. Once again, 2 receivers wide to the left this time. On 2nd and goal, Chargers from the Burke 4-yard line. Whitler waits the snap. Gets it. Handoff. They're going to give it to Miles, trying to fight his way up the middle. Leans forward. He'll pick up a couple on the play, shy of the goal line, but he does pick up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and goal here now for the Chargers from the Burke. I'd say it looks like they marked it at the 3. I thought he had 2, but it'll be 3-yard line. Splitting hairs there, I guess. Either way,
yep.
Two downs to get it in.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you might see a rollout?
Yeah, you might want to see Whitler use his legs a little bit, have a little run-pass option here.
Yeah, as the Chargers break the huddle, 2 wide left. Wide right is Yackley. In motion is Moore from the left side as he sets up at the end position. Whitler rolls to his right, as he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Sully Buttes Chargers. As it is Wesley Whitler running it in at 8:12 of the second quarter to make the score 46-7, Sully Buttes.
Yeah, he kind of called it there, DT.
Yeah.
Letting Wesley out of the pocket and ability to use his legs there for the 3-yard pickup, spreading the Burke defense out.
Yeah. he had that option to throw over that side, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he just chose to run it in. Chargers now 2 points away here from going up 41 points in this game. Whitler pass made, catching the flat, and diving ahead is Jet Yackley. 2-point conversion, Yackley. And they're using all the tools in the toolbox tonight. Chargers leading now 48-7. You're listening to Sully Butte Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com, KLXS Pier. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Service are proud supporters of Sully Butte Sports. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That number again, 223-2732. AGE, proud to support local sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Welcome back. DT Meyer along with Morris Hofer. Morris, I was going to have you take a look at the radar, but you got a couple of scores there to pass along?
Yeah. Who was playing Falkton and Ipswich, 14-12, or 16-12 now. Falkton area leading that. Avon, Sioux Falls Lutheran, 30-6. Scotland, Menno, Corsica, Stickney tied at 22.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, as the Chargers get ready to kick it away here, as we get ready to roll here, Cooper Falkenhagen getting as he kind of knuckles it over, and it goes. Whoa! Wow! That was
real towing the line there.
That was real close as it went out about the 28-yard line. The back official made the call, so he was running it down the line. So I'm sure they'll have him call it again. I'm sure they'll have him kick it again like they did the last time, right?
Yeah.
Because it definitely gave him an edge at field position.
Got another score here.
Okay.
Warner and Gettysburg. Warner leads 35-0.
What is that first half?
Yep.
Okay.
1 minute left in the second.
Okay. The Chargers are going to be hosting the Battlers coming up September 19th after a couple of weeks after their bye. And here our score is 48-7 Sully Buttes. 8:12 to play in the first half. Chargers kicked it out of bounds. It'll be a re-kick back from their 30-yard line. This worked to Burke's favor the last time as they got excellent field position. So Falkenhagen, has been getting a lot of practice here in this first half.
Yep.
Let's see where he puts it this time. Kicks it away, knuckles it in, and a fall as they get on top of it right at the 50-yard line. That was off of a defender, and the Chargers made the dive for it, but Burke covered it up, got a blue jersey on top of it, and the Cougars, the Cougars are going to be starting 1st and 10 at midfield.
Yeah,
so good field position.
Yep, same field position as their last drive, and you can't really fault Sully Buttes for trying to get that onside right there. He did fumble it a little bit, and that's just as good as field position as they had last time. So you're kind of yes, I do believe somebody has taken a timeout.
Okay, I tell you what, we're going to take a 30 and come on back. You're listening to Charger Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. See if we can check some more scores for you back in 30 seconds.
Teamwork is important to Barber Chemical in Oneida. With a full-time agronomist, sprayers, and licensed applicators, they have the team to get the job done. Their fully stocked warehouse will always have the latest products and technology available. Service, quality, and efficiency. That's the game plan at Barber Chemical. See Barber Chemical for your soil and tissue sampling needs. Good luck, Chargers, from your teammates at Barber Chemical in Oneida.
There we go. And we are back DT along with Morris Hofer here from the field in Burke. Right now the Chargers are in the lead 48-7, and Burke now, the Cougars, after recovering that kick, they're at midfield at the 50-yard line. So excellent field position here for them. After they had that one score back in the first quarter here, the Chargers it was 24-7 at that point. Or sorry, it was 16-7 at that point, and the Chargers have rattled off 32 points.
Yeah, that's they're not stopping for anybody at this point. Got a score for you. Alcester Hudson versus Centerville. Alcester Hudson is leading that 8-7. A little bit of a barn burner there at halftime. Let's see. Castlewood leads Chester area 22-0. 1 minute left in the second.
And those of you, by the way, who were looking for the Pierre Governors game, that one has been delayed. An 8 to 8:30 start was estimated, and you'll be able to catch that with John Winkler over on KCCR, and also streaming it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. 1st and 10 as Imdahl hands it off, as they're going to give it off. That looks like Lambley, who went up the left side. 1st and 10. As a 6-yard pickup as the Charger 44-yard line. So a nice start to this drive here for the Cougars, who now have the clock at 7:45 of the first half. Chargers leading 48-7. As they'll send two receivers wide to the right. Got to watch number 11. He's out there. As it looks like it will be Imdahl. Who back at he's throwing it back at tried to get it through the hands there, and he threw it into an open part of the field, trying to go for his third interception. Was that Miles out there?
Carson Miles again in the right position.
Whew.
He's just being a little ball hawk out there tonight.
Man, is he having a game?
Imdahl's getting a little haunted out there, thinking he's supposed to throw it to him. I don't know what's happening.
Well, the Chargers, are the ends kind of pinching in on that?
Yeah, these ends are coming for him too right now.
Yeah. So they're looking at a third down and 4 now for the Cougars from the Charger 44-yard line, keeping everybody stacked up, and then they'll send a double wing formation now on a third down and a handoff. They're going to try it around the right side. Whoa! As a tackle on the play, and that's going to be a stop on the play. Carson Miles. Wow.
That's a big fill right there.
That's huge.
That's coming in hard from outside. And
a big stop.
That's making a good play right there. Carson Miles showing a really, really solid defensive mind early on in his career right now.
They're showing that as a 2-yard loss.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they did kind of get a quick whistle on that one.
Yeah. But they're going for it here. So it'll be a 4th down and 6 as the Cougars bring it to the line. They're double wing formation on 4th down as Imdahl rolling and looking over to the through the other side. Incomplete. Good play defensively over on the far side there by the Chargers. I believe that was I thought that was Colson over there tipping that ball away.
I think that was Hudson Barber.
Was that Hudson Barber?
Yep, on the pass breakup there.
Okay, that was a heads-up play. Smart play, young man in the secondary. Chargers will take over now. 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line. So we're at here. The score now is 48-7. Sully Butte, 6:45 to play in the half. Chargers with the lead, and I don't know. There's something clicked after that after Burke scored their touchdown.
Yep, and that really lit a fire under these Chargers, and they haven't slowed down.
No, they have not. As they're getting ready to come to the line here now, Whitler breaks the huddle. He has 3 receivers wide to the right. It looks like we have Colson, Yackley, and Moore over on the right side rather, as Westergren in the backfield. As Whitler waits the snap, 1st and 10, looks to his right, throws it down the field, has a man, be caught. It's a catch made on the play, number 15. That's Barber, Hudson Barber, gets it down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, as he brought it from the 40. He brought it from the 46, and. Wow, that was a nice catch by Hudson Barber.
Yeah, and then the shimmy shake after the catch. And, Hudson Barber showing some real athleticism out there right now.
34-yard pickup on the play. 1st and 10 here now as is Whitler back in the shotgun. Receiver to wide to the right is Colson. Wide to the left is Yackley. In the backfield is Westergren. 1st and 10. Handoff. They're going to give it to Westergren. Nice job by the Cougar defense shutting him down on that play. It'll be a 2-yard loss. 2nd down and 12 now from the Burke 22-yard line. And that one was slow to develop, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if the O-line was slow to get off the ball there, or nobody blocked where they were supposed to, but Westergren had nowhere to go there.
Yeah. So the Burke defense answered the bell that time. Chargers 2nd and 12 from the Burke 22-yard line as they break huddle. It's 5:35 to go first half. Sully Buttes 48, Burke 7. Receivers wide right and left. Whitler in the shotgun. Behind him, Westergren takes the snap, looks to his right, pump fakes, goes over to the corner and overthrows the intended receiver. We got a flag down the field.
Yeah, that looked like pass interference. The corner got a little handsy with Colson there.
Okay, so that one they'll mark off as it's the flag is sitting at about the 8-yard line, and Colson, they just didn't let him get out of his cut.
Yeah, he was double move. He ran what looked like a post initially into a corner double move kind of route, and corner wasn't too sure he was going to be able to stay with him and got a little hands on his jersey.
Okay, so instead it'll be now a 2nd down and 2 for the Chargers on the Burke 12-yard line. 2nd down and 2 as the receivers wide right and left. Chargers get the whistle, and the Whitler back in the shotgun. Behind him is Westergren. As a 5:23 to go first half. Chargers leading 48-7. And Whitler awaits the snap and gets it, and he'll pitch it out to Westergren on the left side. He's got the corner. 15-10, 5 touchdown, Sully Buttes Chargers. Caden Westergren breaks it in from the backfield around the left side, untouched at 5:16 of the first half to make it 54-7, Sully Buttes.
Yeah, this option from Sully Buttes has just been good old reliable.
Yeah,
they're really sucking in these linebackers up on Whitler because he's such a running threat, and they're not getting the pitch man, Caden Westergren, and he's not getting touched till that second level.
Yeah, I said 15-10-5, but I mean he was starting from the backfield. It was actually a 12-yard run.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, just to let folks know, I wasn't trying to pad the Mo's scorebook there. As Whitler back in the shotgun for the 2-point conversion. Quick pass in, and 2-point conversion made by Easton Moore once again. And it is 56-7. Sully Buttes with 5:16 to go in the first half. You're listening to Charger Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 1 minute.
Are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At Ringneck Energy, our mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of our investor partners, and provides a safe, rewarding work environment. Ringneck Energy, located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida. Call 605-945-6900 and check out our website, www.ringneckenergy.com. Ringneck Energy in Oneida, creating economic opportunities in our community.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for that snap, that screenshot of a pretty good front that went through the pier area there. I can see why they were delayed. Let's take a look at the radar around here right now, Mo. I don't see anything. There's a little bit of stuff just west of Winter, but that looks like that's kind of breaking up. But it's still pretty heavy around the pier area. Man, look at that.
That's really just hanging right over.
Oh, man.
No movement at all.
No. They might have to call that game and just play it tomorrow if they can.
Yeah, as much as you'd hate to do that.
Well, as much as you hate to do it, but I mean, they might have to just put them, the Pierre Governors are having their home opener, their season opener tonight at Hollister Field against the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. And normally you could hear John Whitler, you could hear John Wickler making the call. John Whitler, as John usually making the call, but they've got a game to land. Man, I haven't seen a rain delay like that in a while.
Yeah, it must be really coming down.
Yep. As the Chargers get ready to kick it away here now, leading 56-7, 5:16 to go in the second quarter. Falkenhagen gets ready to kick it away, and he's had a lot of line drive squibbers here all throughout. And this time it's got a catch made there, and that looks like Lambley as he's coming up the middle and runs into a tackle at the 41-42-yard line. And a good tackle on the play there by Yackley, and then also number 9 for the Chargers, Tucker Gruss, as 1st and 10 for the Cougars now on their own 41-yard line.
Yep, not giving the Cougars quite as good field position now, and it looks like we're rotating.
They've had close to midfield the past 3 possessions.
Yeah, and
Morris.
Yeah, looks like might be rotating in some younger guys right now to get them some reps.
Second unit players here getting that opportunity here as 2 receivers wide to the right for Burke. Back in the shotgun, taking it is Imdahl. Steps, throws it down the field. Intercepted, picked off on the play here. The Chargers running it up the far sideline. That is number 15. That is Hudson Barber. We got a flag back here. On the play. Was that a hold, or I guess we'll wait and see.
I'm guessing it's going to be a hold. Great heads up play there by Barber to turn his head and make a play on the ball.
Yep. Yeah.
The Chargers keep the ball.
Yep, Chargers keep the ball. They refuse the penalty, and they're going to take over 1st and 10. Is that the 3rd interception tonight?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and that's Barber. That's Hudson Barber.
Yeah, and I think they're going to take a timeout right now.
Okay. Sully Butte's going to take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come on, get you some score updates. The amazing Morris Hofer has all that handy, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Back in 30 on Country 95.3.
Koenig of Oneida, Pierre, and Winter has provided our services to growers of South Dakota for over 50 years. We focus on providing our customers with the products, services, and attention to detail that each farmer needs to succeed. For your individual needs of custom spraying, liquid or dry fertilizer, chemical, soil sampling, seed sales, and treating, stop in and see us at Koenig with offices located in Oneida, Pierre, and Winter.
As we are back, D.T. Meyer along with Morris Hofer here. After that Hudson Barber interception, and Chargers will get the ball on the 35-yard line. Interesting scores out there?
Hot Springs after that really close game with Winter last week.
Yeah.
They're playing Miller Highmore Herald right now, and Highmore Herald is leading 13-10 over Hot Springs.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
St. Thomas More, also a good 11B school, 29-8 over Mount Vernon Plankington.
Okay.
Sioux Valley leads Clark Little Lake 14-0.
Okay.
Mobridge Pollock leads Groton area 19-0 at the end of the first half.
Okay.
And Wagner and Winter tied at 14 at the end of the first half.
Wow, that's a good game, man. Yeah. Hey, in 11 AA, I know they're waiting Pierre. Are you seeing any other scores there?
Oh, Lennox and Vermilion.
In 11 AA?
Oh, okay. Yankton and Huron.
Score.
Yankton leads 41-24.
Okay.
T area leads Spearfish 22-14.
And as we get back underway here now, Easton Moore is at quarterback, handoff, and that's fumble on the play, and on the exchange, the Cougars recover, and they'll get it at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Stuck it into the ribs, and a bad exchange, and Burke will take over now on the turnover on a fumble on the play, and the Chargers give the ball right back to Burke now, and the Cougars will start on their own 39-yard line. New quarterback in there, Easton Moore. And it's just a bad exchange.
Bad exchange.
Yeah.
And, getting that first play, is always riddled with certain issues, especially communication.
And we've got another timeout on the field here. We'll take a 30 and come on back, see if there's any other scores to pass along. You're listening to Sully Butte Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 30 seconds.
Hometown shopping at its best. Don's Food Center has what you want and where you need it most. Right in Oneida. Enjoy a great selection of groceries, fresh meat and produce, friendly service, and more. Get all your snacks for the big game at Don's Food Center. Don's Food Center is a proud supporter of Sully Butte's athletics and wish the Chargers good luck in today's game. Don's Food Center, where parking is convenient, shopping is easy, and your time is priority.
We are back. DT along with you. And Morris, what are you looking at? Some other scores here? We're getting scoring updates.
In 11 AAA, got a good game between Harrisburg and O'Gorman. 14-19. Harrisburg leading at the end of the third.
Okay.
And Sioux Falls Lincoln is leading by a lot over Rapid City Stevens, 62-14.
Ouch. 9B back to 9B. Anything else from the from around the area here that kind of stands out to you?
Let's see here. Wilmot leads Arlington 12-0. Lyman and Kadoka are separated by an extra point, 8-6.
Wow.
Lyman.
Okay, here we go. We get ready to get back underway here now. Double wing formation for the this is for the Cougars as a 1st and 10. They hand off and they get thrown back. They got a flag at the line, and we'll see what the flag entails. It's thrown back all the way back to the 5, and we've got a flag here on the sideline, but. And the officials are talking it over here. Maybe this is a lineup offsides.
Yeah, maybe it was supposed to be.
They're pointing at Burke.
I didn't see how early the flag was.
Okay. Illegal substitution. Okay. Okay, so the Chargers decline. It'll be 2nd down and 14 after a 4-yard loss here for the Cougars. 4:47 to play, second quarter. It is Sully Butte's 56 and Burke 7. They break the formation and get into line up as they get a wing right split backfield on 1st down and a handoff. Nice tackle, nice shoestring tackle on the play. Number 4, Carson Miles. Once again, on the run, on the activity, on the play, a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Cougars now from their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, real good tackle there by Carson Miles. Really
wrapped him up down low.
Yeah, showing some defensive prowess out there tonight.
Yep. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Burke as they break huddle here now and come out with a double wing formation as rolling back gets Imdahl as he throws it down the field, has a man, and incomplete. And that was a dangerous pass, man. There was 2 defenders back there.
Double coverage. Hudson Barber's there lurking, and Easton Moore trying to dive out, wants to join the interception party.
Yeah. So it falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 11 now for the Cougars on their own 38-yard line. You would think a punting situation here. I'm not sure. Chargers leading 56-7, 3:51 to go in the first half. And since Burke scored, to make the score 16-7, the Chargers have they've scored 40 straight points. 40-0. It's a punting situation here now as the Cougars kick it away deep. Nice catch here, sticking his hand up and grabbing that here for the Chargers and getting run on the outside, and he'll get taken down. Good open field tackle there by the Cougars. Running it back, there was number 30. That was Carson Mercer. No, I'm sorry. Checked it. Yeah, it is Carson Mercer as he gets it at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for Sully Buttes here now. As we've been seeing some second unit players here, Mo, and I'm assuming that they're going to continue that here with this lead, huh?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, with 3:40 to go here in the half, it gives them a chance for some second unit players here to shine. So we'll see. As they come up here, the Chargers in the huddle, and it will be Easton Moore once again at quarterback. They had a bad handoff the first time, so 1st and 10 here now. They'll send a receiver wide to the right, And that is Mercer. Wide to the left, I believe that's still Jet Yackley, as it is Moore back in the shotgun. A single set back behind him on first down. Gets the snap. Pitch back. They're going to try around the right side and get it around on the far side and turning his way up the field. That is Miles. That is Carson Miles with the run as he went from the 38 all the way up to the Charger 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now for the Chargers. Carson Miles making the run after a pitch. After the pitch from Easton Moore, and good handling of the ball that time.
Yep, went back to the option just to establish a little nice relationship between quarterback and running back, just to get them started on first down.
Yep, so 2nd down and 3 for the Chargers. Moore in the shotgun, receivers wide right and left. Single setback is Miles. High snap, gets it down, hands off up the middle. They're going to try it, and maybe at best a yard pickup by Miles, and it'll be third down and 3 here now for the Chargers. And so third down, no gain, so 3rd down and 3 for the Chargers from their own 46-yard line. Clock ticking, 2:35 to go here in the half. Chargers leading 56-7. So
yep, Cougars really sniffed that run out.
Oh yeah, yep, and that gives a chance for both teams to get to see some players in here and get some work in here now as the Chargers send receivers wide right and left as Easton Moore quarterbacking now, the freshman awaits the snap, gets it, good snap, looks, throws it over the middle of the field, has a man wide open, catch made, and down on the completion, and that was number 16 for the Chargers. That's Jace Heath making the catch. So, and he took it all the way from the 46 all the way down to the Burke 29-yard line. So 4 and 11. So that's about a. Excuse me here. So he took it down. So 26-yard pickup, 26-yard completion on the play. So it'll be 1st and 10 here now for the Chargers. And Jace Heath getting a chance to play in the tight end position.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, as he's getting that opportunity, and he made the most of it on that play. 1st and 10. Sully Buttes. Moore takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself, trying to run around on the right side, and he'll get taken down after a couple-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down after, let's see here, whether he will mark it. That'll be at the 23-yard line. So a pickup of give him 6 on the carry. 2nd down and 4 now for the Chargers on that carry. One of the things I was going to mention here too, we saw a lot of drops last week.
Yep.
Are you this week?
A lot less drops and incompletions this week.
Yeah.
Especially with just how wide open the receivers are for Sully Buttes.
Is that just concentration?
Yeah, I think some emphasis was put on catching the ball this week in practice.
Emphasis means chewing out as receivers wide right and left. Moore back in the shotgun now on 2nd down and 4. He'll take it himself as he tries to turn his way up the field, and he's going to get close to 1st down yardage. He'll be just shy, picking up a couple on the carry and making it short, 3rd and short for the Chargers. It went from the 24 down to about the 21. So about it'll be 3rd down and a long 2 for the Chargers here now from the Burke 21-yard line.
Yeah, real strong second effort there by Moore.
Yeah.
Pushing through leaning forward, pushing through those tacklers. 20
seconds to go here in the half. Chargers leading 56-7. Coming up here on 3rd down and 2. Moore back in the shotgun, takes the snap, and it goes through his hands, and he'll just fall back on it, and gets an extra pancake on the play for his effort. As he'll go down, and it'll be 4th down, and that'll be the final play of the first half. And the score 56-7. Sully Buttes in at halftime. You're listening to Charger Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and come on back. You're listening to Sully Buttes Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 3 minutes.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Peggy Barber and family with Brett's Spray Service in Pierre and Oneida would like to wish the Sully Butte Chargers good luck with tonight's game and all season long. Call Brett's Spray Service today at 258-2743 for all your aerial application and retail chemical sales needs. The Barbers would like to remind you what Henry Ford once said, that when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
Venture Communications provides blazing fast speeds for affordable internet services. Streaming has never been so easy as it is with these super fast speeds. Don't want to leave the house to mail in that pesky bill? That's okay. Venture Communications allows you to pay your bill online or with an e-bill mobile app. They have local support to help with all of your needs. Contact Venture Communications at 605-852-2224 or visit our website at venturecom.net.
Building new, remodeling a little or a lot, or replacing the old with the new, Oliver Construction in Oneida is reliable, honest, and affordable in helping you make your house the home you've always dreamed of. Large or small, inside or out, give Oliver Construction a call at 295-2289 for all of your home construction and remodeling needs. Oliver Construction, 295-2289.
Score big on your next vehicle purchase with Lamb Motor Company in Oneida and Gettysburg, Lamb Chevrolet and Implement in Oneida, and Lamb Auto Sales in Pierre. Check out their large selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at any one of their locations, or go online to lambmotor.com. That's LAMBMOTOR.com. Or give them a call today at 800-952-2222. Lamb Motor Company of Oneida and Gettysburg, Lamb Chevrolet and Implement in Oneida, and Lamb Auto Sales in Pierre.
Whitner Seed Farm, already known for high-quality certified seed wheat, and now they're your Beck Hybrids dealer. Jesse and Sherry Whitler and family are proud supporters of students and athletes of Sully Buttes and wish them all the best this season. Whitner Seed Farm is the industry leader in variety, selection, seed treatments, and their loading is second to none. Visit WhitlerSeedFarm.com or give Jesse a call at 605-280-0152. Your source for seed for every acre. Located in Agar and Oneida, Whitler Seed Farm, 605-280-0152.
All right, welcome back, everybody. D.T. Meyer along with Morris Hofer. We'll hear from Morris in just a little bit. I'll give you a rundown and recap of how the first half shook out, with the Chargers leading at the half by the score of 56-7, as the Chargers won the toss and they elected to defer. The Cougars 3 and out on a punt, and the Chargers got it on the 41 with excellent field position. 1st and 10. It was a Whitler to Gruce pass, 36-yard strike, and Gruce he broke from his tight end position, and he was wide open and trotted it into the end zone from a 36 yards out, 6-0 at 8:46. 2-point conversion by Gavin Coulson, making it 8-0. After a Cougar punt, the Chargers get it on the 48. Another excellent field position. This time it was capped by a Wesley Whitler to Jet Yackley pass, 14-0 at 6:22. Conversion by Gavin Coulson to make it 16-0. At Burke, they started on their own 37. And they found success going downfield. We'll get to Morris coming up here in just a little bit, as they found it through the air. And they started on their own 37, and 7 plays in, they put it in for they ran it in for the touchdown to make it 16-6, and they kicked the extra point for the conversion to make it 16-7, and that was at the 4:14 mark of the first quarter. Okay? The Chargers get the ball back on the 28, and a huge run, a huge pass, actually. It was from Whitler to Moore, and it made the score. Moore, Easton brought it all the way down to the 2, and as a finish by Jet Yackley on the left side to make it 22-7 at 3:53 of the first quarter, and Gruce caught the 2-point conversion, make it 24-7, and the Chargers were kicking off, and they kicked an onside kick and recovered it on the Burke 40-yard line, and now capped by a Caden Westergren 20-yard run to make it 30-7 at 3:09 of the first quarter, and a conversion by Caden Westergren to make it 32-7. And then we take a look at Burke. gets the ball back at their 47. Excellent field position. They made the Chargers re-kick after the ball went out of bounds, and Chargers were playing center field. An interception by Carson Miles, and the Chargers get the ball back to start the second quarter at the 45-yard line, and it was capped by a Whitler 3-yard run inside to make it 46-7 at 8:12 in the second quarter. Conversion by Jet Yackley to make it 48-7. Burke got it on the 50-yard line on the next play. I think they also got that at midfield after a re-kick, and they had to give the ball over on downs. The Chargers got it at the 46-yard line. 2 plays in, a huge big play to start off with. It was capped by Caden Westergren 12-yard run, making it 54-7, and then the conversion by Easton Moore to make it 56-7, and then the Cougars got it back down the field. First play interception by Hudson Barber, and the Chargers got it, and then they started bringing in some new players as they had a new quarterback and a new running back, and the Chargers fumbled on the first play. The Cougars recovered and got the ball on the 39 and had 3 and out on a punt. Chargers had the ball. They were marching down the field when time expired, ending the first half. So that's how it looks. As far as the stats are concerned, Morris will give you that coming back when we come back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Charger Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back after this 3-minute timeout.
Eric's Custom Repair supports Sully Butte Sports and its athletes. Eric's Custom Repair is your trusted mechanic located in Agar. Stop into the gas and convenience store to fuel up and fill up too. Eric's Custom Repair, located on Highway 83 in Agar. Call today to schedule an appointment. 605-258-2137. That's 605-258-2137 for Eric's Custom Repair of Agar. Go get 'em, Chargers. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
With over 40 years of experience, Lake and Out Construction Incorporated is your one-stop shop for grain handling on the farm or commercial. From repairs to complete new build projects, we've got the expertise to take on the toughest jobs. We're a proud authorized Sukup dealer ready to meet all your grain bin needs with quality products and dependable service. Call Todd today at 605-295-0011 for quality work backed by a crew you can trust. From Todd, Gary, Legina, and the entire Lake and Out construction crew, good luck, Chargers, on a winning season.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical wishes good luck to the Sully Butte Chargers. Growers, call Ken or Jack for all of your planting and harvesting solutions at 258-2708. That's 258-2708. Barber Farm Services and Barber Chemical, located under the White Water Tower, 2 miles south of Oneida. They know that hard work does pay off. Go Sully Butte Chargers from all of us at Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemical. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. DT along with you, along with Morris Hofer. He's going to give you these stats in just a moment here. But, hey, be a good citizen. Help out in your community, your friends and neighbors. Make Oneida strong and proud. Working together, we can make our town great. Arrive alive. This message from the Sully County Sheriff's Office and Sully County Sheriff Bill Stahl. As we hand it over now to Morris Hofer. who was doing the stats, and you were really busy, man.
Yeah.
I'll let you get right to it. What have you got?
Yeah, for Burke, a lot of players getting a lot of opportunities here. It's just not amounting to a whole lot more than 7 points right now.
Yeah.
And that first, successful drive they had, I think that was their third drive.
Yeah, it was.
They had a lot of success through the air, and after that, it's been 3 interceptions and one incompletion. So the air hasn't been a reliable source after that first 7 points for Burke, and it's showing. Total passing yards is 56 yards, and
56 yards passing.
Yep.
Okay.
And then rushing yards is 32, which has been pretty hit or miss for them all night long. They'll get 6 yards here and then get tackled for a loss for 2 yards, or it's just not been a reliable source, the ground game for them.
Okay.
Now, Sully Buttes, on the other hand,
they had how many yards total?
88 total offensive yards.
For Burke, and 56 through the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And for Sully Buttes, right now it's really whatever they want to do. Caden Westergren has 109 rushing yards right now, and pretty good showing for him tonight. Total rushing yards for us is 137 yards on the ground, and that's only 10 yards from Whitler, and usually he's showing off his legs a little more. But through the air is where we've really taken over this game. 173 yards through the air and really spreading around. We only have one receiver with 2 catches, and that's Jet Yackley right now. Otherwise, we've got Yackley, Gruis, Colson, Heath, Moore, Barber, all getting receptions. And we're really spreading the ball out tonight for the total passing yards of 137. And then bringing that all together for total offense is 310, which, seems low, but we've had really good field position on some of these drives, stopping them and taking over at like the 40-yard line. Yeah. And the Sully Buttes offense is really doing whatever they want. I don't think they've punted yet tonight.
I don't believe they have.
Yep,
no, they have not. And the Cougars, have. And when we come back, we'll get ready for second half action. We're going to come back in 2 minutes. We'll maybe get make it 2 minutes, and maybe we'll check a few scores here for you. Get that, and when we come back and get ready for second half action, Chargers receive the second half kick. You're listening to Sully Butte Sports and Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 2 minutes.
Pizzas and roasted chicken to wraps, salads, burgers, and much more. They also carry a large variety of beverages to quench your thirst. The Corner in Oneida has it all, and you'll find plenty of specials throughout the store. Remember, the Corner is open for your convenience after the game. Call ahead for orders. Bus is always welcome. The Corner in Oneida, 258-2400. 258-2400.
Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, they make banking easier with convenient mobile banking. Enjoy on-the-go, secure access to your account balances, recent account activity, and check images, as well as the ability to transfer funds and make mobile deposits. Visit mysunrisebank.com today or download the mobile banking app. Sunrise Bank Dakota is a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes athletics and activities, and wish the Chargers good luck in today's game. Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, member FDIC.
Yag-Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. Yag-Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag-Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771. Before or after the game, get together with friends at the Blue Goose in Oneida. The Blue Goose has a relaxing atmosphere, and it's a great place to talk about the game. Not only that, but you can see info and pictures of past teams and players. It's history with the focus on the future. Be sure to kick back with friends and coworkers at the one spot that has it all. The Blue Goose in downtown Oneida. Proud to be a supporter of Sully Butte Sports.
And we are back. And, John said John is going to start the game here. What do we... Let's see, John is going to start the pregame at 8:45 for Pierre and Aberdeen. They're home. Their season opener at home here tonight, and the Pierre Governors, they're just getting swamped out there. Man.
Yeah, that's going to be a muddy mess.
Couple of scores before we get second half kickoff.
Avon, number 2 in 9B, leading Sioux Falls Lutheran 38-14.
Okay.
Harriet Selby beats Northwestern, Sully Butts' last week opponent, 42-0. And Kadoka area and Lyman are still locked in at 12-8. Kadoka leads.
Okay, here we go. Kickoff, and they kick it over to the side, and it goes out of bounds as kick down the sideline. Let's see if they make him re-kick here. They've had the Chargers re-kick a couple of times deep. That time was I believe it was Mercer and I think that was Jack's newcomer back there. But let's see. As the Chargers here start with the ball 1st and 10, they're going to actually. I think they're going to keep it at the 35-yard line. So let's take it on the first and take it 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line, and we're seeing a lot of second unit players here now. Sully Butts has the lead, 56-7. Here, and so we'll see continuous clock here until the Chargers make it a 50-point. If the Chargers can make it a 50-point bonus. Yep. So it is Easton Moore back at quarterback, and receivers wide right and left. Moore gets the snap, pulls it down, and we have motion on the far sideline. False start. So the Chargers are going to add an extra 5 for their efforts.
Just some youth showing its ugly head here.
Yeah, the far side judge threw that one in, and they had a couple players over. They had one player wide, one wide left, 2 wide right now. As Moore back in the shotgun on 1st and 10. As I believe he's got Miles behind him. Takes the snap, throws it back in the flat. Catch made out there on the play. Number 15, that's Hudson Barber. Gets it up to the 40-yard line. So they pick up actually about the 40. So they picked up what they lost and an extra 3. So an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Chargers now. As receiver wide right, 2 wide left. As that is Hudson Barber on the far side, and also looks like number 5 out there, Jackson Paxton, and at number 30. For the Chargers, Carson Mercer, all wide to the left. As Moore back in the shotgun now, single setback on 2nd down and 7. Gets the snap, pulls it down, looks, throws it down the field, has a man wide open. Catch made at the 30, 25, 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Sully Butts Chargers, and that is Carson Mercer. With the run, let's see here, where we at, a 56-yard, it is a 57-yard strike at 10:41 of the second quarter to make the score 62-7 and call it a night.
Yeah, that's quite the play there. Really great throw there by Moore.
Yeah, just it was.
Hucking it down the field right to his receiver.
And Mercer was wide open. Man.
Yeah, Mercer almost kind of let up before the end zone. He about got caught.
Yeah, and I think he might hear about that when he gets to the sidelines. Yeah, and I tell you what, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. Come on back and wrap it up from the field in Burke. You're listening to Charger Sports on Country 95.3, PureCountry.com. Back in 2 minutes.